Hi there, it's Pascal here, and in this video, I just want to respond to a question I got. Now, I know a lot of people sent me some questions, and this one I've put all of them um, under one question because it came from one guy in the States. So I'm gonna read out his question. I'm not sure where he is from actually. So I'm gonna read out the question, then I'll post it in the comments so that you can understand a little bit more of what he's talking about. Maybe you may have some similar concerns. Now, he said, I'll read it out from my phone in case if you're wondering where I'm looking. So, ever since I've been listening to you and Stuart, blah, 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 blah. Okay, on the video, he said I'm convinced about one thing though, that the SFM is more a coaching and training program than it is a business. That's correct. SFM is not like a business where you know, let's say I don't know, network marketing is not. A lot of people confuse it as if it is more of you have to recruit people to make money. That's not what SFM is all about. If that's what you're thinking, you're right on that. SFM is a training. SFM is more of an academy of. You have like over like thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs, people looking to start businesses online under one group. So they now form. There are people in London. They now form out of these groups of people that want to leave the online and the traditional 9 to 5. They now London every month they meet up in London. Everybody working on their own different businesses, different niches. So they're all bouncing off ideas off each other. That's why it's like a culture of people that if you're looking to quit your job, you want to join this culture because everybody here is of like mind. We are in this kind of training to help ourselves support each other, because we live in a world now where you don't even know the name of your neighbors or next three down neighbors down the left. That's the kind of environment we see ourselves in if you're in Europe or America. So even if you know them, you don't really get into much details to know who they are. Everybody's living on this scam, not really intimate in terms of relationships. So SFM helps you in terms of understanding your vulnerability. A lot of people, we are vulnerable in the community. We share a lot more details of what's happening inside and our own personal lives. This helps us come out clean in terms of what we're doing in business. So because a lot of the time we bottle a lot of things, like you can see a woman that is on the verge of divorce, breaking up with the husband, and they know that they need more money in their family, but the husband can't work any more long hours, she can't work any more long hours. They are maxed out and their kids are growing up. They have like all these stress. So somebody can just come into the community and yell out and say that's the reason they are starting the business, so that they can help the family come together more. These are the kind of people that you see in SMM. It's not just people that are online marketers, people that are posh. You see regular people, and so when they start building their own businesses, like I talked about Ifeoma that launched her product, it's one after a time. Everybody keeps your independence, your decisions, everything you do is more of your own decisions. Nobody tells you what to do. But the beautiful thing about it is that you have students on all different levels. People like 7-figure income, 6-figure income, 5-figure income, 4-figure income, no income, people that just got started. So they all learn from each other. So rather than you, because if you're thinking of starting a business online, rather than you thinking of somebody at the top, maybe you need somebody that earns 6-figure to train you. No, you don't need that. You need somebody, if you just started, you need somebody that just finished building their website and started making their first few $100 to train you, because he just passed where you need to go to. So he understands what is happening there more than even Stuart. Like me now, I don't know what's going on if you're a startup. I could remember it a little bit, but things change in that area. So because me, I'm thinking of how do I get to 6 figures within a year? How do I get? That's my thinking. So anybody that I'm trying to mentor will be looking at doing 5 figures a month. So these are where because that's where I am. So if you're looking for me to mentor you, I will need you to step up a little bit. Then I can be coaching you, showing you what I'm doing to maintain my 5-figure income. Whereas if somebody is, the person that is mentoring me is on 6 figures. So I'm constantly in touch with them, emulating what they're doing to get to 6 figures. So the person in 6 figures is emulating somebody that says 7 figures. This is how it works, step by step. So that's why we have all this culture, recruit culture that we need. So if you're looking at SFM as one of those, you need to recruit people, forget that. That's not what SFM is all about. You got that spot on. It's more of a coaching program, but it's more of people learning off each other. You have community of people that think the same. It's not just online business. Now, the second part of your question is, you mentioned about a capital to buy inventory, stock to initiate one's business. This means that you need to a certain amount of capital to invest. Now, you have to understand that part. Your business is dependent on you. You choose the products that you want to sell. That will determine what price you put on the product or what price you invest. If you're looking to start a phone business, for example, if the phone is going to cost you, let's say $100 or $200 to land it at the depot or wherever, Amazon, before you start selling it, then if you want to sell 100 units, you want to start 100 units, so that you need like 20K for that. So if I am looking to start, I'm in the gym, so there's nothing here I can use. Maybe eyelashes. Women, they have some people that use eyelashes, which cost like £5 to land. So if you're gonna start 100 units, it's £500 to start. So it's two completely. One is starting with 20,000, one is starting with £500. So it depends on the products that you choose. So SFM is not going to tell you do this, do that, do that. You are your own boss. You dictate what you do. But you learn from people that are already doing it. So that will give you a guidance of what products to go on, with how to promote them based on marketing and all that. So that is what I want to reiterate on that one as well. But again, I understand where you're coming from. But again, let me tell you the truth. The truth is not money. How much is it going to make you? How much are you going to make? That doesn't cut the ice. I have to be honest with you on that opinion, because why SFM is. Have you ever wondered why so many online businesses that you see around, no one has stayed more than 10 years apart from SFM? It's because of the culture and the value they implement in it. See, this may go a little bit spiritual than what you normally see on online business, but I'm a little bit of a spiritual person in terms of I follow God and I'm a Christian and I follow the true teachings of Jesus Christ. And since I started SFM, I believe that everything they teach is based on those values, and that's why I stuck with them. It's not something that you just get yourself into. Everybody wants to make money online, everybody wants to start a business online, but it's not everybody that is making it. The reason is because if you don't understand the process of creation, how to create something spiritually first before you can bring it into a reality, that's how SFM teaches. It's not just words, you've got money and all that, and you think you can just bump into business and start making. Business is about another person solving people's problems. You may be thinking that you want to start a business online, you have all the money, you pay it, and you find out that you start paying everything, but you don't make any money. Why? It's because of what I'm talking to you now, the process of creation, understanding that you are doing this for somebody else. You take yourself out of it. You get out of your own way, and everything that you do, it's geared towards love and providing good service with the right intention to help that person. So this is the foundation of every business if you're going to be successful. That's why a lot of people struggle to survive in business, because their intention is to make money, whereas they portray, what they tell you is they want to help you. Let me reiterate that again. You want to start a business online. Your intention is to make profit off somebody, off me. But in reality, what you're telling me in your mouth is that you want to help me solve my problem. Whatever it is, maybe you want to help me get a better eyelashes. So you will find out that you're sending two signals. This is what they teach. This is spiritual. You're sending two signals. One is contradictory. You see this thing often a lot in real life. You see two people, the same product, the same training, the same pitching to the same company. One person goes there and makes a sale, and the other person goes there and fails and tell you that there's no money. It's because of your intention. What is behind everything that you're doing? What do you believe? These are the factors that will determine your success. It's not this money that you're talking about, banging up and down, and how much you need to invest. No, because if you don't know why you're doing it, then chances are you're not going to succeed. Because there's a book called by Simon Sinek. It says, starts with why. It's your why will always propel you to overcome these little questions. Let me give you in a nutshell what that means. Let me say, for instance, now you turn up to your house, you come back home, and your son is like 4 years old or 5, and he basically every morning he goes to school. You give him like pocket money, £1 for his lunch break. Then you've been doing this for about 10 days, and one day your son calls you, and you want to give him. He calls you and say, you give him money, and you see him crying, or basically you see your son crying, and you ask him, what's the problem? And he goes to his piggy bank, and you want to leave for work. He says, son, I haven't got time. Son, I haven't got time. What is it? What's the problem? And he goes to his room. You follow him to his room, and he opens his piggy bank, offloads all the money in there, and he counts it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this going back like 11 days. You've been giving him that £1. And he asks him, why are you counting the money? He tells you, Daddy, how much did they pay you at work? You say, what does that mean? What does that mean to you? He said, Daddy, I've been saving this money so I can pay you for 1 hour so you can spend time with me. So because you don't know when you have this sort of thing happen in your home, dude, you will not ask how much is the training. I guarantee you unless you don't understand the meaning of this, just share it. Because it's the people that have this sort of strong reason. No matter what, they will wake up at any night because they know. But your child, you may have maybe beat fear into them, or they can't come to you and communicate to you, because every time they come to you now, you're like yelling at them, give me right, I need to rest and all that. So they can't communicate to you, so you don't know what's going on inside of them. So as a result, you just gallivanting through life. But if you can develop this understanding and go to your son and see how they miss you when you're not there, that will propel you to take all the necessary actions. Even if it's to wake up in the middle of the night, you'll be building this business, because every time you wake up at 3 a.m., you have a reason why you're waking up. That's the why. And that's what, if you have read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, he said, if you have two things, definiteness of purpose and a burning desire to succeed. If you have these two things in your life, you will succeed. You will succeed. And this burning desire comes from moments like this in your life. You may be ignoring them, but some people hold on to them. If you listen to my interview with Stuart Ross, he said it's a pattern interrupt. Something will happen to you and you just say, you know what, enough of all this, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to figure out this out. I'm not living this type of life anymore. When you get to that state, how much does it cost? Where is the product? Becomes irrelevant. And what you'll be saying, where is the training? You go through it. How much does it cost? You don't have the money, you will find the money somewhere. Even if it's to go and borrow, you will, because you have a strong reason for starting. So if your problem is money and all that, forget about it. It's not going to cut the ice for you. And because now, When you're starting out in this phase where your child, you're doing it for your son, you now understand the process of creation. You're laying down your own life, you're sacrificing your own time, your own money, your own resources, so that another child, maybe your child, can be with his dad. That is more of going outside your comfort zone to do things. Watch what will happen to you. Watch how God will assist you to make this a reality, because he knows by then you're no longer being dictated what to do. You are initiating it from your own mind. And if you go to the Bible, when Jesus Christ said, I'm leaving you guys with the Holy Spirit, where is the Holy Spirit? It's in your mind. It's always there, seeking for expansion, looking for ways to come out. Very few people understand this. So it's those people that can understand how to listen to that inner voice that tells them, that feeling that just do it. And they follow that feeling. They don't know what the outcome is going to be, but they follow that. That's where somebody says he performs a miracle. You start a training with no money, but because you have a burning desire for its achievement, then that happens for you. So that's what I want to share with you on this occasion. So I hope this kind of helps you to understand. It's not really how much they cost or how much money it takes. It's those people that understand how to follow their inner calling, because every one of us is being unique in life, and God has deposited in us a huge reservoir. So all you have to do is listen to all these entrepreneurs. They always tell you they follow, it's a gut feeling, they follow it. So if you want to dictate your life from how much it's going to cost, or where is the training, or this or that, and you're not ignoring that feeling inside you, you're going to build something you resent in the future. I guarantee you that. But if you follow your inner being, you are doing the work of God, and God will bring every assistance. That's when miracles will begin to happen in your life. It's magical when you start to understand it. I know it's a little bit biblical now, and I'm talking a little bit there, but I want you to understand this part. So forget this. If you feel within you that this is the right thing for you, forget everything I've told you. Follow that feeling inside you. Let that guide you. It will tell you the niche, it will tell you the products, it will tell you everything that you need along the way. Watch the Bible. Moses, how did he free the Israelites? He was following a feeling. Get to the Red Sea, strike it. It was a feeling. Do you think he knew what he just followed his gut instinct? Listen to Elon Musk. Listen to what's his name? Steve Jobs. His interview. He said there's something universe. He doesn't know what it is that guides him. So it's a little bit more spiritual than how much is the training. That's why I want to get you to understand. I hope this video has gone too long, because I can rant about this all day long, because there's more training in the mind than just in what's the niche. Let God guide you and show you your niche and the product that you will sell. He will provide you with all the resources you need. You just have to need one thing: faith and trust that He is the one guiding you. That's all. I wish you all the best. It's Pascal Wanaji. If you want to join my webinar, you know what it is, you know how to do. It's every Saturday, 8 p.m. UK time. And if you like what I'm sharing with you, give me a thumbs up. But again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Hit subscribe and ring that bell, so that anytime I release any of these experiences I'm getting in my businesses, you'll be the first to hear about it. Apart from that, I'll see you over and out. Take care. Bye-bye.